Hi everybody. This is take number 5. And we might have a few more after this. I want to talk to you about DNRs. The importance of DNRs. I was talking to my dog. We buried a very dear friend today. Same boat as Mom. Alzheimer's. Old. She's a year younger than my mom. My mom and her were dear friends. I used to take them for rides all the time. And I always had quite a lot of fun with that because there was always 2 different conversations going on within their one conversation. One would be talking about another one who would appropriately answer, but on a totally different subject. It was fun. I had a lot of humor in those rides. DNRs. My friend didn't have a DNR. And her loved one, her caregiver, said to her husband, "What's that noise?" And it was her ribs cracking while they were trying to resuscitate her. Let's talk about quality of life, shall we? My mom's 88. Frail. If she were to crack her rib today on her own, she'd be in pain forever until it healed, which would be like 8-12 weeks later. But there's nothing they do for it. Quality of life. She gets a good 2 minutes of being who she is a day. The rest of the time is just Mr. Alzheimer's. She has no clue. If she has a visitor, she is promptly alert and loves to have the conversations, which are conversations in her head that have nothing to do with what's going on, what the other person's talking about. But she's happy somebody came to see her. After they leave, she has no idea they've been there, but she gets that happiness for that moment. I mean, isn't our lives just made of moments anyway? So quality of life. I asked the doctor, what happens if she passes? Who do I call? What do I do? And an ambulance will be called. And without a DNR, they will always do CPR. Always. And in very old people who are frail, 9 times out of 10, they crack their ribs. And when you crack a rib, there's a very good probability that it will rupture a lung. Been there, done that. Yeah. I had a punctured lung. Not fun. Pardon me. I have a window open so we get a lot of night air. I need it. Which then means ventilator. Do you see where I'm going with this? At this point, your loved one's scared. No happiness there. They want to go home. They don't recognize anybody. They don't know why they're in the hospital. And it can go on until the end of their life. My siblings and I talked about it, and we all agree. DNR. We all agree on that. Because there wouldn't be a quality of life. She would just be in pain and scared. There's no way to live. We love her mother. Nothing we wouldn't do for her. But we don't want her to go through that. Enough said. I'm sure that there's younger patients with Alzheimer's that would do a very good recovery and be able to go home. I don't believe my mom's a candidate for that category. Now I tell you about the funny. I wanted to title this video, Mr. Alzheimer's Does the Hokey Pokey. I might, but I think the other kind of takes precedence. Changing mom's underwear. Mom, I need your left foot up, please. So she raised her left hand. I said, no, Mom, I need your left foot. So she raised her right hand. I said, no, I need your foot, Mom. So she raised her right foot. And I got that foot in the panties. And I said, I need your other foot. And she raised her left hand. And I said, Mom, I need your other foot. She goes, well, it's right here. What more do you want? And I said, I want you to put that down and put your other foot in here. And I indicated the hole and the other leg hole for the pants. And she said, oh, why didn't you just tell me? And she lifted her right hand. Yeah, Mr. Alzheimer's likes to play jokes. I asked her, I said, are we doing the hokey pokey? And that's about what it was. The hokey pokey. Changes in mom. Kind of want to keep going with that so that people can maybe see the changes through what I say. And if you see it with your loved one, then you understand that this is going on. We start being combative at times. No, I won't do that. You can't make me do that. I don't want to get out of bed, even though the whole thing is sopping wet and you had to get the steam cleaner out. Yeah. And it can change from one minute to the next. Oh, thank you for getting me up. I didn't realize my pants were wet. Oh, it's so good that you love me and you would get me up and take care of me. Flip side. Last Tuesday, a week ago yesterday, she took another one of those dips. She no longer knows who I am. She gets into everything. Your 2-year-olds can't hold a candle to her. She's good. She gets up and moves around a lot. Want that? Want her to be as strong as she can. Keep those muscles strong. But you don't hear her doing it. She's sneaky. And yet, if she thinks you can hear her, oh, 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 I'll ask her, you okay? Are you hurt? No. Last Monday night, the day before the big dip, this was probably the big dip. This is probably what happened. Oh dear. I don't know if she's walking this way or not. And I never want to do anything that makes her uncomfortable, like talk about her behind her back, where she can hear me. I'm supposed to have hearing aids. I can yell at the top of my lungs and she has no idea what I'm saying. But if I whisper, well, she knows. She can hear me. I can't tell what she's doing. Okay, so my sister had left that day. And that night, we were getting her to bed. And she wanted to leave the house. I'm not going to bed. I'm going outside and I'm leaving. Mom, you can't. Well, that man called me and told me he's in the driveway waiting for me to come out there. No, Mom, no man did that. You've not been on the phone all day. Well, I'm going outside to see. That was probably my hardest night. My dog's in my room, and she's going to bark, and I apologize. Yeah, that was a very hard night for me. Every night since then, she's looking for my dad. She calls his name. She asks me where he is. I have a feeling we're getting towards the end here. I don't know. I know they say people hang on for 20 years with Alzheimer's. I've heard it said that. I don't know if that's true, but I've heard it said that. She's different. It's not just Mom, Mr. Alzheimer type thing. She's different. Well, I wanted to throw out the DNR thing. And I am so thankful that my friend didn't wake up. Very thankful she didn't wake up. Glad she's with God. And she's not in any more pain. I can only hope that my mother goes in her sleep too. On that note, ducks in a row, folks. Ducks in a row. Take care. Blessings to you and yours. Bye.